I think it was a historic election because usually the incumbents in West Hollywood win. But we did have such a qualified contender, John D'Amico, that the public spoke.
It was a good election. We had a great turnout. It was a historic turnout. It was probably the most exciting race since 1984 when we incorporated.
Oh, it was the most contentious election I have ever been through in West Hollywood. It was just plain nasty on the challengers' part.
I'm really excited about the election results. I think we have a really fine city council now.
One of the things I think has been so misunderstood is that without our hands reached out to the straight community and building bridges, there's no movement at all. And I think that the loss of Lindsay Horvath on this city council, to me, is a reason to grieve, that we have lost a real advocate for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, intersex people.
Lindsay was a very strong advocate on behalf of women's issues, but frankly the city of West Hollywood is a community of very progressive people and very progressive men who've been strong advocates for the last 26 years, as long as we've been a city on behalf of women's issues. And I think we're going to continue to do that. And I think now that we have one less woman on the council, the responsibility will be incumbent upon the rest of us to make sure that we're as attentive to those needs every bit as much as Abby Land and Lindsay.
I'm trusting that the new member, John D'Amico, is a man of honor and will work for the city and not for a faction. I think only time will tell, but I'm willing to give him a chance, and I'm willing to yell and scream if he doesn't.
We're really hoping that the city gets back to its original vision. You know, we're a small town, an inclusive town, and you know, we're really not here for the developers. We're not here for the bottom line. We're here to, preserve this really unique community, and we don't need to be like anyone. We don't need to be like Manhattan. We don't need to be like Beverly Hills. We don't need a lot of growth. We're a fully built-out city, but we do need to, respect the people who live here.
I feel like the gay and lesbian community, who were the predominant community when I moved here, we sort of are taking a smaller and smaller place. And especially, it's funny because especially the lesbian community I've seen leaving and leaving and leaving because they thought it was becoming for boys. And now I see the guys leaving and leaving and leaving because they're getting hit in the ankles with strollers.
I would hope that some development, like very tall buildings, might slow down. Progress is inevitable. I would like to see the new council address some of the cultural inequities in the city, and some inequities between the LGBT community and the rest of the community, as far as who we are and how we live, and our lifestyle needs to be more open. I don't mean we need to be more open. I think our lifestyle needs to be more open in the city. I hope this new council can keep the budget balanced as the old council has, and I hope this council makes sure that none of the staff ever has to get fired because of not paying attention to the budget. I think the old council did an amazing job of having balanced budget, AAA bond rating, never having to fire anybody. I think it was I hope they keep that up.
I think the council was a little more pro-growth. Because I live on the east side and very much aware of the developments that we've had, our Trader Joe's site, which is Movietown Plaza, is going to be redeveloped into 4 10-story apartment towers. And that was over the objections of the city planning staff. I think that with a new member of the city council who was a member of the planning staff, one of the people who was opposed to that development, I think that we're going to be re-examining a few of the city's projects, and I think that's a good thing.
Well, that vision was that we could all come together as a small town of diverse people, including a a lot of gays and lesbians, a lot of seniors, and that this was all of our homes, and that we were going to be a small town, a small town in a big city. That was why we called it the urban village. It's not about growth, it's not about money, it's about caring for people and caring about this community. You can't keep the funky shops, the gay bars, and the things that make West Hollywood unique if we just keep on this unbridled growth along Santa Monica Boulevard. These businesses will just be gone and they'll never come back. And that's part of who we are. And people are being forced out. And our demographics are changing. They're not changing in a way that's diverse. There's a lot of the economic diversity in West Hollywood is very much in danger. And I don't just mean from poor people, I mean working people are being forced out, young people are being forced out, and a lot of seniors who happen to not be poor, but they're not rich either. If you can't afford a $500,000 condo in West Hollywood, you're SOL. So we want to get back to where we were at.
SOL is
Shit out of luck.